soon be forgotten, each one a flower in our victory garden.
That is the Lone Bellow singing Victory Garden, a track that comes out today, and you're hearing it first on CNN. The lyrics tug at your heartstrings, and for good reason. It marks the one-year anniversary of a mass shooting at the Covenant School in Nashville, Tennessee. 6 people died that day, including 3 9-year-old children. Members of the Lone Bellow live in Nashville and were directly impacted. One of their close friends lost a child in that shooting. This song pays tribute to those killed, the resilience of the Nashville community, and serves as a call for change, with all proceeds going to a charity advocating for sensible gun reform. The final chorus in Victory Garden features some very special voices, including families who lost loved ones during that attack.
We sow the seeds in our victory garden, hands in the earth.
And I'm joined now by the members of the Lone Bellow. They're in Oregon, in the middle of a West Coast concert tour. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
So, Zach, let's start with you. This is such a powerful song, and it's also very personal. What messages do you hope resonate with listeners?
Yeah, I think when we first wrote the song, the first thing that I did was send it to my friends who had lost their child in the shooting, and I asked them if the song helped and maybe even help represent how they're feeling right now, and they blessed it, and that was my goal. That was my end goal. So anything else is just icing on the cake.
And Kaneen, as Zach just explained, this tragedy did strike close to home for the band. Talk to us about the impact it had on you, all of you, in fact, and the process for getting community members and the victims' families to sing on this recording.
The impact was enormous, and at first there was a lot of just trying to take care of each other and make sure that nobody was getting left behind or lost in their grief and isolated. And I think that's where this song really came from, because in light of the overwhelming circumstance and the tragedy, I think there's 2 paths you can take. One is isolation and detachment, and the other one is choosing to take care of the people around you, take care of yourself, much like planting a garden, which was the inspiration for the song and what we're trying to do for our community and the people we want to take care of.
Right, and Brian, your verse in particular is full of striking imagery that takes us back to the Covenant School 1 year ago. Let's take a listen.
I remember the day I saw innocence fade, saw a tear through the glass in the window of the bus that was parked. Shots were still firing off. Oh God, who are we truly defending?
So after the horrors of that day, talk to us about how Nashville came together and the community push for sensible gun reform.
I mean, we all gathered around each other. For me personally, it was hard for me to even think about it when it happened. But I did see all of Nashville come together, and we would go out to protest sensible gun laws. So this kind of stuff can not happen, because it's hard when you send your kids to school and you have to think about this kind of stuff. Should be the safest place that they go, but that's not the world we live in right now. And that's the song. That's why we wrote the song. We wanted, when we started writing the song, they had just kicked the moms out of the Capitol building, and we showed up that day, and we were probably trying to write something different, but we couldn't run away from it. And and like hands in the ground so our hearts doesn't harden. We have to like take care of each other and push towards each other, even in these times, you know. And sooner or later, that work will not be in vain. It will pay off, you know.
Yeah, that's the hope. And Zach, the name of the song, Victory Garden, talk to us about the meaning behind it, and how does it relate to the Nashville shooting on this anniversary?
Yeah, well, you know, during World War I, World War II, the government asked people to grow these gardens to help with food supply, but also to help with any mourning that was going on. If you lost a child, you know, that was a soldier in the war. So we thought that it was interesting to try to take that imagery and put it in the times that we're in right now. So that was that's what we were going for. We hope that this song can be a healing balm, but we also hope that it can just help shine some light on some places where light needs to be shined on.
Yeah, it is a powerful message indeed. And Kaneen, all proceeds from this song go to charity. Tell us where the money will be going and how it'll be used to try and prevent another tragedy like this from happening again.
It's going to an organization called Voices, and the chapter is Voices for a Safer Tennessee. And it's basically an organization that helps educate and engage the community in bipartisan discussions and just common sense reform and change.
Yeah, and Brian, listening to this song, it gives me the chills. I have to imagine the rush of emotion that you get singing it live on stage. Describe that to us.
It feels like it's an old song that you would take to kind of tell your testimony. And, you know, our kids weren't in the school, and our families weren't. But we were directly impacted, the people around us, and then it never stops going out. So and the fact that that the families blessed the song to go forward and sang on it too. Mm-hmm. It's just so powerful to be able to take this message and sing it. It's really hard every night to sing it. It's beautiful when I know that we didn't carry this ourselves, mm-hmm. that the whole community came around us with it, because it's not our song to sing, it's like Nashville's song to sing.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful to be a part of it.
Mm. It just is amazing, and amazing that all three of you can sing it without falling apart. I don't know how you do it. Thank you so much for joining us, and wishing all three of you well on the rest of your tour. Thank you.
Thank you.